Good morning, Venters. I'm going to take you for a quick walk because I have something I have to do this afternoon. So I figured, you know what? We're going to take a 15-minute walk. The reason I want you to take note of this is because sometimes you're only going to have 15 minutes and that's going to leave you a choice. Do I walk or do I just wait till tomorrow? I'm urging you to walk because in the past, you would have always just waited till tomorrow. We walk every single day. We drink water every single day. And I believe today is now day 6, sugar-free for your boy. And I'm telling you, I literally feel like I've lost 5 or 6 pounds just in this past week. When you don't eat the sugar, your cravings literally start to disappear. It's crazy. And every morning when I wake up, instead of wanting to feed my face, I'm usually not getting hungry till around 10:30 or 11. If you've been cutting back on the sugar and you notice this same phenomenon, let me know. I can do this, you can do this, we can do this. Let's do this, because as you know, it's the best day ever. Guys, imagine you're in the 4x100 relay in the state of Virginia, and you look great. You are high school student Alayla Everett. And as people start to catch up, one girl passes you and you just can't handle it because you're Alayla Everett. You're a great competitor. So what do? Do you turn on the gas and just blow her out of the stadium? No. You take your baton like this and you beat the shit out of her. And that's exactly what Alayla Everett did to one of her competitors, giving the girl a concussion and a possible skull fracture. Now check this out. Normally, after doing something like that, the normal thing would be to, apologize and then put your wrists together so you can be led away in the cop car. But this girl decided to play the role of the victim. It's getting kind of old how the bad guys are always the victims, and some people accept that. But we're Venters. We look beyond the bullshit. We're not going to accept that. Her exact words were, "It looks purposeful, but I would never hit someone on purpose." Well, apparently, you must have multiple personality disorders, Alayla, because it looks like you did. And in case you guys haven't seen the video, it's pretty darn popular. Check it out. There's going to be a piece of you that's absolutely disgusted because the poor girl that got hit over her head, let's pray and hope she doesn't have any long-term damage from this. That's what people don't realize when you give somebody a head injury. You could be literally affecting the rest of their life in a horrible way. Especially now what we know about CTE and stuff. Do you realize any of these head injuries you take as a young person could lead to you being a violent person when you get older? We don't need that crap. Now, if we were going to play devil's advocate, because you'd have to be a devil to be on Alayla Everett's side, but if we were going to play devil's advocate, she's claiming that as the girl went around her, it was just the natural body motion for her to hit the girl over the head. I suppose there's a 1 chance in a million that she's being completely honest and it happened accidentally. Because there's a 1 chance in a million, before you pass judgment, go take a look at the video. And if you think I'm wrong and she didn't do it on purpose, let me know. Because that's one of those that I want to be wrong in, but it just looks so deliberate and purposeful. So let's read some of these comments because these people thought the exact same thing that I did. And by the way, even if it is purposeful, I think it's something that we can forgive. I don't necessarily think that we need to throw her in prison or anything. However, if you're a future boyfriend or girlfriend of this girl, I think I would think twice before dating this woman. She sounds like the type that's going to hit you and then tell you it wasn't her that hit you. Those are the scary ones, By the way, back to what I was saying about people that are the perpetrators and they always act like they're the victims. I think whenever people do that, we need to throw a couple more years on the jail sentence. hey, normally this is an offense that comes with a 5 to 10 year sentence, but because you played the role of the victim and fibbed, we're going to throw another 3 to 5 years on there. Maybe that'll get rid of flopping, because that's what playing the victim is akin to. You ever see somebody run into giant LeBron James and then LeBron goes flying back because he's flopping, right? You've seen him flop before. Well, when people play the role of the bully in life and then act like they're the victims, to me that looks like a flop in real life. You're not a flopper. You're not a victim. You're a criminal and a perpetrator, and you can disagree with me and say, you know what, Jesse, I think she did do it on purpose. I think we should throw her in jail. If you do feel that way, let me know down below. I can't blame you. K. Bus McVet says, I was speaking to a group of male teachers just last week, and they mentioned that girls today are really difficult to deal with and don't have any accountability for their negative actions. Yeah, somewhere down the line, we got to a point where we started saying, girls, you're untouchable. Whatever you say is true. We've got to believe you in every way, shape, or form. And I agree with you, Bus McVet. I think that girls are probably a lot more challenging nowadays than they were back in the day. Back when I was a kid, girls didn't really give you any troubles whatsoever. And I'm talking from the teacher's points of view. The girls were the easiest ones in the classroom. It was always the guys that were the pain in the butt. Apparently that is flipped. And now it's the girls that are the pain to work with. And girls, that's something that should be disappointing to you. You guys know as well as I do. If you're in my age group, many of you guys were level-headed back in the day. Some of you are starting as you get older to get a little nutso. But I mean, at least we could blame that on the old age. Holy moly. By the way, Mala, you told me in a comment the other day that you've been using the term holy moly lately. If any of you guys are starting to talk like me and say words like holy moly, I apologize. I'm sorry you're going through that. Shreddington. Remember Shreddington Bear? Oh no, that was Paddington Bear. But this is Shreddington says, that's thug as hell. The influencer for that behavior has got to stop. The influencing. There's something wrong with our world when two people get in a fight, and instead of people trying to break up the fight, they pull out their cameras because they want it to go viral. We live in a world where people think it's cool to do horrible things to other people. And if you can get it on camera, all the better. I think we really need to shun that activity. We need to kind of make it uncool to be so cruel to people. And again, this one's a weird scenario. This stuff never happens on track courses. You could understand in hockey, you could understand in football. Heck, I've even seen wrestlers after a wrestling match punch their opponent in the face. I'm sure you guys have seen that stuff too. But when it comes to women's track and a 4x100 relay, ridiculous. You should be able to do that sport and never have to worry about somebody cracking you over the skull with a baton. By the way, I was never a track star, but I've handled a baton before, right? When I was in school. I believe they're light. So again, even if you crack somebody over the head, maybe you have to hit somebody with such force to give them a concussion. So while you're thinking about this, just know that it's not something that's, made of steel, and when you hit somebody, it's going to hurt them whether you put force behind it or not. I think it's very lightweight, and you'd have to hit somebody exceedingly hard to crack their skull with it. Morin USA says that girl is completely unhinged. Give her a lifetime ban from track and field and bring on the criminal charges. You're so defenseless in that situation. Even if somebody just hits you on the arm and you're not expecting it, it can be incredibly painful. So imagine getting cracked on top of your cranium while you're sprinting, not expecting somebody to hit you. It can really do a lot of damage. I wonder why the human body's like that. If you see the punch coming, it hurts, but you can survive. But if you don't see the punch coming, you're probably gonna get knocked out. And that girl looks like she got hit incredibly hard. Patrick Connor says it's amazing that after assaulting another runner, she cries and acts like she's the victim. It's absolutely disgusting behavior. See, we're starting to get to the point where the good people are really getting fed up with the bad people. And that's where I think that's going to be the catalyst for change. I really do. We outnumber bad people probably 50 to 1. Think about it. Good people outnumber bad people probably 50 to 1. Maybe not that much, maybe 10 to 1. But either way, one of these days, the good people, we're going to collectively stand up and we're going to put an end to this BS. And that's going to be a beautiful day. Now, the God's honest truth is this is not the end of the world. I think the girl can be forgiven. But at the same time, wouldn't it be nice if she took some accountability and responsibility and actually apologized? Not one of these half-ass, I apologize, but I'm the victim. Those are such empty apologies. And I apologize I couldn't take you on a longer walk, but most of you guys only watch for 5 or 10 minutes anyway. So have a great day. Remember, today is the best day ever. Keep going and join me on ditching the sugar. The first 2 or 3 days, it was challenging. Now here we are on day 6, and I'm no longer fantasizing about cheesecake and carrot cake. Join me, get rid of the sugar. Let's do it together. I'll see you tomorrow. Have a beautiful day, Venters.